It started when I refused to pay a bogus assessment fee. The HOA had invented a new charge, $7,500 for community improvements. Except there were no improvements, just Karen's pet project to install fountains with her name engraved on them. I told them flat out, not a dime. 2 days later, while I was at work, my wife called me, voice shaking. There are bikers at the door. I rushed home. By the time I pulled into the driveway, 3 leather-clad men were standing on my porch, arms crossed, tattoos crawling up their necks. They weren't neighbors. These guys looked like they rode in from a dive bar 2 towns over. My wife was pale, clutching her phone just inside the door. The biggest one growled at me as I walked up. HOA sent us. Pay up, or things get rough. I looked at my wife, scared but holding her ground, and something in me snapped. See, what they didn't know is that I used to bounce for a biker bar in my 20s. I know the culture, the tricks, and most importantly, I know when guys are bluffing. These weren't hardened outlaws. They were cheap muscle. Weekend warriors Karen must have scraped off Craigslist with promises of easy money. So I stepped closer, calm as a summer storm. You boys here to scare my wife? The leader smirked. We're here to collect. Last warning. That's when I whistled. From the side gate came the sound of claws on concrete. My 2 German shepherds, Bear and Rex, burst into the yard, hackles raised, teeth bared. They're trained, obedient, but when I give the command, they look like pure fury on 4 legs. The bikers froze. You've got 3 minutes, I said, voice low. 3 minutes to apologize to my wife, get off my porch, and ride back to whatever hole Karen found you in. Or I turn my boys loose. One of them scoffed, until Bear snarled, lips curling. The scoff turned into a nervous laugh, then silence. Minute 1, I said. The big guy's bravado crumbled. He glanced at the other 2, then at my wife still filming with her phone. Hey man, no need for dogs. Minute 2, panic set in fast. The smallest one actually stammered. We're sorry, ma'am. Didn't mean no disrespect. The leader swallowed hard. Yeah, we'll just tell your HOA we couldn't collect. No problem. Minute 3. They backed off the porch so fast they tripped over each other. My shepherds lunged forward, barking, driving them down the driveway like sheep scattering from wolves. The big guy tried to start his bike twice before it caught, hands shaking so bad he nearly dropped it. Within seconds, they were gone, engines roaring in retreat. My wife finally exhaled. They were terrified. I scratched Bear and Rex behind the ears. They should be. The next HOA meeting was interesting. Karen tried to glare at me, but her little biker stunt had already made the rounds. Neighbors whispered, chuckled, shook their heads. Someone even asked, Hey Karen, gonna send more of your biker buddies after us? She went red as a stop sign and changed the subject. Since that day, no one from the HOA has ever stepped foot on my property uninvited. And the dogs? They still perk up whenever a motorcycle goes by, tails wagging like they're eager for round 2.